In today's video, we're going to actually make some progress and hopefully get some more pieces of the quarter panel all welded on. So come along. Yeah, so I got Jason here. He's working on the power steering conversion, but I'm going to continue to weld all this. Once that's all welded on, probably going to weld the rocker and the quarter panels together down here. That way it's all one piece, but we still have to clean up the paint here, clean up the paint there, clean up the paint there. We have to grind all the old spot welds off the rocker panels, all up in here, all the seam sealer. We need to make sure we have a nice good clean weld surface, because once we go to actually start welding all together, we run as few issues as possible. But until then, I'm just going to plug away at doing this and go from there. Yeah, well, we got most of this all tigged up, this backside. I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be really hard for me to weld on the TIG because it's so out of position. And the only reason I was really taking this is just for practice. So I'm gonna bust out my MIG. I'm just gonna make that all up here real quick. The seams, yeah, these are still gonna get TIG welded. You know, all the spot welds, those are gonna get MIG'd. So it's not like it's that big a deal. I'm just gonna go from there and just do it quickly that way, so that way we're done. We can move on to fitting the quarter again, make sure nothing's moved. And all we gotta do is we gotta, clean up all the seam sealer, get it nice and flush so we can zap it together. But I'm gonna make this up real quick and go from there. All right, we got that all welded on now. I wanna refit the quarter, refit the rocker. I want to make sure nothing's really moved, and then what we'll do is we'll actually work on cleaning up the welding surfaces so we can start getting that done. If everything still looks the way I want it to look, I might throw a couple tacks on this rocker and this quarter, kind of get them mated together. But yeah, I'm gonna throw that stuff on here real quick and I gotta see what we're dealing with. I think what I'm gonna do today is just work on getting everything prepped for welding. So I gotta clean all the surfaces. I think that's probably going to take me most of the night, honestly. But if everything goes well and that's all done, I can start welding it all together. There's a couple of pieces I need to clean up a little bit. Like there's a little nub right here that needs to get filed down. A couple small things like that. But it shouldn't be too bad. It's mostly just going to be work on cleaning everything up today. I guess start doing that. just checking out some final fitment here. Obviously there's still more we need to clean off, but I wanted to see how everything's still fitting up. But I think we're pretty close to being ready to weld this. I kind of ran out of abrasive pads. I might run and get some real quick. I mean, it makes sense. But if we can get this all prepped out and everything, it's more or less ready to weld, like I said. I know I keep repeating myself here, but you know, that's one thing they say about like body work is the more prep you do, the better off the project gets, or the product is. So I'm just gonna make sure it's perfect, or as perfect as I can feasibly get it with my skill set at this point. But yeah, let's keep working. Yeah, so we got some etch primer on the weld spot. Something's messed up with the nozzle. It's not really laying down as great as I'd like, but I'm not too terribly worried about it. Got all this cleaned up, put some weld through primer on everything. Got some rust encapsulator down, the rust down there. We still need to clean up the rocker. Still need to clean up some of the back of the panels and actually like clean them so that there's no like dust and debris. But we're real close to welding at this point. I think I'm gonna come out here probably this weekend and finish doing all that, so that next Wednesday we can actually start like welding it together. At least that's the plan. Well, that's where I'm gonna leave it right now. Catch back up with you guys in a couple days. Yeah, so we're getting real close here to being ready to weld. I gotta get some more of this seam sealer and do a little bit more prep type stuff, especially back here. I'm hoping that we can get all that done tonight. I want to start welding on this. It's not that it's been taking too long, but I'm kind of getting a little bit of project car ADD. I want to get working on other stuff. So at least if I get this one side done, I won't feel bad about doing other things. But yeah, let's start cleaning some stuff up. Yeah, it looks like we got everything pretty well prepped out. Jason just got done doing the pinch weld down there. So what we're gonna do is anywhere that we have like a seam like that, we're gonna hit with some weld through primer. So the whole pinch weld's gonna get like that, the back of the panel. We wanna make sure that everything's gonna be well protected for, as long as I have this car. After we get all that done, I'm just gonna start doing some cleaning, like the material and everything. I think we're gonna be ready to start tacking it in place. I've got every vice grip I have. Basically what we're gonna wanna do is get the quarter, get the rocker on the car and clamp it down. That way nothing's gonna really move, and then we'll start by tacking some of the seams, and then we'll go through and start doing the spot welds. And then I think once all the panels are in place, then we'll actually like go through and get all the seams done and everything like that. This is probably the seam I'm gonna work on first. This one, because this is the most important really, because this is really the only one that's visible. The glass comes out to like here on this one, and then you've got the seal that goes in here. Obviously the door covers both those and the fender. But I think we're making pretty good progress, so what we'll do is we'll just spray some stuff and clean it, and yeah, I think we'll be ready. I think Jason's ready.
Absolutely. Spray it.
Spray it. Well, we got everything I think how we need it to be. I'm nervous as crap right now, but yeah, I'm gonna start with the C-pillar here. We're gonna throw some tacks in there. Once that's done, we'll move to the front part of the pillar here. I guess that technically would be the C-pillar. Whatever. Get that all situated, and then we're gonna work on clamping everything down. just doing tacks right now, especially on the seams. Once we get them exactly where we want them, we can burn them in. For now, tack away. God, I'm nervous. Well, wish me luck. Well, I got a lot tacked up tonight. I'm gonna need an extra hand to get the gapping and everything down here, so I'm just gonna leave that. But pretty much everything else is all tacked in besides like the lower rocker. But I was getting a little too excited. Everything fits. All the push pin clips are perfect. So somehow it all works. That's awesome. So now it's just a lot of welding. I think I want to get that spot done before I really go any farther with finishing up. I was gonna hang the doors and do all that before I finish welding everything, but just how everything's fitting right now, I think I'm just gonna burn it all in and call it a day. Never really thought I'd be this far, honestly. Not trying to toot my own horn, but it's going better than I would have ever expected it to go. But that doesn't really mean anything. But yeah, there's still a lot of work here to do. I'm probably just gonna, we're still gonna need to do body filler work and, finish work like that. But for all intents and purposes, once this is welded, we can do all that. But anyway, I think that's where I'm gonna leave this episode. There's still a lot of welding to do. We still gotta hang the doors, but for all intents and purposes, it's on the car. But if you guys are excited to see more of this, make sure you subscribe and we'll see you next time.